We're going to start with an opening statement from Coach here, and then we'll take questions for both. We have microphones that we will get around to you. Just raise your hand and let us know, and we'll get that to you. And then when you address questions to the student athletes, please ask for one or the other, and then we can follow up with whichever one is next. So without further ado, Coach Ulmer, welcome, and welcome to Louisville.
Thank you, and thanks for having us. Everybody's been awesome, and just appreciate all the staff here at Louisville and the Louisville community being so gracious and welcoming, and just a first-class event, and we really appreciate it. And we're excited to be here, and excited to play a great Nebraska team, and hopefully the crowd's going to bring the energy, and we're going to put on a good show for everybody, and we're excited to play some Oregon volleyball.
Hoping to ask about Hannah's impact today. Matt, if you could just start with just kind of the impact she's had and kind of what you had hoped for with her addition, and then Hannah, if you could just follow up with kind of what you were looking for in a different school and how that you feel like it's working out.
I think Hannah impacts us in a variety of ways, but I think one that's really hard to measure until she's in the gym is just how confident she is as a teammate, as a leader. Her voice is consistent. She has total belief in her abilities. It's been fun to coach. It's been fun to work with. I feel like we have a pretty good relationship where we can talk volleyball, and it's not too serious and it's not stressful. I think she just handles that pressure really well, and she's surrounded by great teammates that I think really just bring out the best in her, and it's been fun to watch her compete every day.
Yeah, I mean, looking into going to a new school, it can be hard, and I think a lot of people have a lot of questions, and you try to write your questions for the coaches and everything. But one thing that stood out was I think 7 Oregon players reached out to me, and that's carried on over. Like, I couldn't ask for better teammates, and those people are what made the transition so easy. And now being here and being a part of this team, it's a constant culture of winning, and everybody wants the same thing. We strive for the same goal, and I think that's put into practice every single day.
Matt, what work have you done to get your team ready to play a match at 8 a.m. according to your body clocks?
We practice in the morning at home all the time, so we're fine. In the preseason, we went to Minnesota and Miami back-to-back weekends. We played the Miami matches earlier in the day. I think our match against Miami was noon or something like that. The idea was to prep for this, and here we go. It's right. So, again, this group, one of our things is we don't make excuses, or we sure try not to. And I think, we're just excited for the opportunity, and, we just want to play Nebraska anytime, anywhere, and here we go.
When you say you practice in the morning, what time do your normal practices start?
8:30 is when we start them. So they're up before that.
Yeah, Matt, can you just kind of share about Brooke's story? Did you recruit her as a libero or as an outside? Did she get to compete as a freshman for outside, and I guess kind of her progression in the program?
Yeah, so I worked with Brooke when she was with USA Volleyball, 14, it's been a long time. And she was a libero in the pipeline. But for club and for high school, she was always an outside, and she would just do everything as an outside hitter, and recruited her as an outside. We actually had Georgia Murphy, who our libero is now, was committed before Brooke. And so we knew the next year coming in, our libero was coming in. And so I just thought in my head, how neat would it be to have Brooke and Georgia on the court for 6 rotations together? I thought that'd be pretty special. And the outside hitter that Brooke has become is because of Brooke. She's the hardest worker I know. You tell her she can't do it, she'll prove you wrong. And I think, she plays with so much passion and intensity. And, she's created herself to be this just an amazing 6 rotation outside hitter that's terminal, that can play libero at the highest level, but is now scoring at the highest level too. So, she in 2018 as a freshman, we didn't need her on the left, and I don't think she was ready for that yet, but she was ready to be a great libero for us, and she was, and then she made the transition.
Thank you. Just what in general stands out about Nebraska when you're watching their matches, especially the last couple when they haven't had Kenzie Knuckles in there?
Well, I mean, their defense, number one. We've had a great offensive year, led by what Hannah's been doing. But that's really going to be tested against Nebraska. I think, you just got a really solid block everywhere. There's no easy answers. There's no easy side outs. There's no easy rotations as far as what you're dealing with them. And Knuckles is one of my favorite players to watch. So I'm sad that she's not out there because I like competing against the best. We like competing against the best, and she's definitely one of the very best. And so I'm bummed for her and the team and volleyball in general. But having Allie in there is no slouch. And she's just fine on her own. So I think I think they're a little bit of identity lost maybe, but they'll find it, and they already have. And I believe John knows what he's doing, and he'll figure that out as he always does. And I think we're going to get Nebraska's best effort, which we're expecting. And I think they can score from every position. They're loaded, and I think they're a very confident bunch, and we're excited to play them.
Mimi, it's been talked a lot about this year, just your poise as a freshman. You're on the road in the NCAA tournament for the first time. What's this experience been like? What do you feel like you learned last week that can help you going forward?
Yeah, I think definitely just leaning into my teammates has been a huge adjustment for me. These girls, like Hannah was saying, this team is incredible. And just making sure I'm leaning into them has definitely helped me maintain, like you said, my poise on the court. It's an exciting time. We're always playing good teams. Like Matt said, we're getting everybody's best. And yeah, just making sure that we're leaning together as a team and playing as a team and playing Oregon volleyball is a great way that we're going to pull to win.
Hannah, I don't know what time y'all practice at Washington State, but when do you practice then? And what do you like about 8:30 a.m. morning practices? What do you get out of that, and how's that kind of help get you going in the morning with that?
Yeah, it's kind of nice to start your day with your favorite thing to do and your favorite people to be around. So we get up, and I think it kind of sets the precedent for the rest of your day. When you wake up and you're getting after it from 8 o'clock, or you're in there before for treatment at 7:30, the rest of your day is going to follow suit.
Is it a different level of, just ramping up when you're getting going for practice as opposed to you've played some early day matches? Is it a different kind of ramp up to get that level of competition?
I would say maybe the intensity level is a little different, but we try to treat our practices just like we would a game, so we replicate that as much as possible. So when we get to situations like this, we're more than prepared.
And as Matt mentioned, top 5 offense against number 1 defense in the country. Just what are the keys to kind of keeping you guys in system and operating at the level you want to be at offensively?
Yeah, like Mimi mentioned, it's about playing Oregon volleyball, and so we try to really focus on what's happening on our side of the court, and I have the utmost faith in our passers, and our passers help us create the offense we want, and our hitters are going to continue to do what they do regardless of who we play on the other side.